guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on a Paw Patrol cake topper. And this is what I want to show you guys on how to make. Very easy and simple. What I'm holding is a 4-inch cake topper and I will show you how to do. So let's get into it. The things you will need for this video is your fondant colors, of course, of Paw Patrol. You will also need a Lollipop stick. You will also need your tool, fondant tool. You will need a rolling pin. I'm using the larger one because this one have my larger bands on it. And then I also have a smaller one. And this one have my kind of medium bands on it. And then you would also need some Tylose powder. And then you would need whatever size cutter that you're going to use to make the Paw Patrol. And I'll put a link down below on where I purchased my Paw Patrol cutter from. And again, this is a 4-inch Paw Patrol cutter that I've purchased. I shop with a lot of different cookie cutters and I try to support all the small businesses with their stuff. So I like people to do the same thing with me. So I kind of don't stay with the same person. Although I just alternate with the ones that I do shop with though. So let's get into this video. You want to roll out your fondant to the thickness that you desire. And I'm using a thickness for mine for the gray, for the background. So here, let me roll this a little bit more. You want to make sure you put your fondant in your Tylose powder so it can harden up some. And then you want to take your 4-inch cutter. I have it upside down. Take your 4-inch cutter and you're going to press down on your fondant. And then I kind of like shake it around a little bit. And then I break a piece off at the top like that. And I pull the excess away. And then I store my fondant in a Ziploc baggie on the side of me. See? Got them all in the Ziploc baggie. Make sure your colors don't touch, or you can put them in separate bags if you like. And then what I do, I don't want to move this around so much, but what I do is pick it up and I kind of clean off my edges, because you see it got like some rigid edges there. So I just kind of rub my finger on it, or you can use your tool to do that step as well. That's just to clean up your fondant piece, okay? So I'm going to move that right there, because once I cut the middle out, I don't want to move this again. All right? So now we're going to take the second piece. This is like the badge part, the inside of it. And we're going to place that right in the center so we can cut out the center and place that with red. So just push down on that. I'm not going to move it around or anything. I'm just going to make sure everything is pressed. And then I'm going to take it out. And I do this slowly because I don't want anything to rip or move out of place. Then I kind of just go in with my tool here and I pull out the middle because I no longer need that. Alright. And then I just ball the rest up back with the gray because we don't need it. Now, we want to go in with our red. Again, you take your fondant and you want to, you know, roll, what is the word I'm looking for? Knead it. You want to knead your fondant to warm it up, get any cracks and all of that out of it, you know, especially if you just open it out the package. And then, of course, you want to dip this into your Tylose powder 2 to 3 times. That's all you need. So now we're going to take my other rolling pin, the smaller one, and I'm going to roll this out. And now I'm going to take the badge and cut it out as well. Again, I pinch the top of my fondant and I pull it around because we don't need it. And then I want to pick up my badge. And sometimes I use my end of this modeling tool, not the pointy part, because sometimes for me it put holes in my fondant when I want to pick it up. And then you want to take your fondant and stick it right in the middle. And then I kind of push everything together. Also, you know what? I want to pick that back up. I'm actually going to do the same thickness as I did for the gray. All right, redo that. And you want to set it in there. Notice I'm not using any water or anything because sometimes the water can become very messy. So I kind of do that part at the end. My hands are very shaky. There we go. All right, now that's set into place. You just kind of pick up your fondant a little bit and then you push everything back together like that. And you just make sure everything is sitting in place. All right, so the next thing you want to do is get your yellow fondant and let's start cutting out the letters. I'm going to move that over some. Now that I have that piece in, it's kind of stable. So now I'm going to roll this out. And we're going to, this comes with 2 P's. And for that reason, it's with 2 P's because you have a little one and a small one. Get some of that blue out of there. So the difference between the 2 P's, you're going to use the one that has no hole first because that's the larger one. And then this one would be the blue one that will go on top. So we'll cut out all the letters. P. And then our A. So the A looks like this and it has 2 letters in it. The larger one is still on the outside. The smaller one is on the inside. A. And the W. Now we're going to bring our pal back close to us. You want to match up your letters and bring you guys closer. You want to match up from the corner here and this corner where your W would end. So my P is going to be on the very edge here. And then I want to go in with my W second. This is just the way I do it. And this is why I don't use water because I don't want everything to, you know, settle into the fondant. because I can still move this around if I need to. There we go. And then I take my A and I go in with my A and place it in. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our blue and go with the smaller cutters. So we're going to move this up again. Knit some again. Sorry for the background noise, you guys, as my kiddos are up. This is my smaller one. Okay. And then my P.
I got 2 eyes.
And then my W. And sometimes if I forget, I kind of like put it back in there so I know if it fits, that's the right one. Okay, so now we're going to bring this back closer. Now we're going to put the letters and line them up from the bottom. So now I have my P and I'm placing it at the very bottom of that P because you want to leave some room for the background. All right. Now, the next color we're going to use is the white. The white is going to be our bone. So I'll knead this a little bit. So with the bone, it looks like this, 2 parts. And you want to use the one that has the patrol on it first. Which is this way. And you want to make sure you press down really well to get the name in there. Zoom you guys in again. My Zoom is really not working. So right? I don't know what's up with my Zoom. Then I'm going to take the other one and go right on top of there as neat as I